OneWrestling.com Wrestlemania 31 review with Bill Apter, Big Ray, and Billy Ray Valentine. Follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is OneWrestling.com, and of course on YouTube at One Wrestling Video. This is the OneWrestling.com Wrestlemania 31 review. I am Big Ray, the mark of the masses, the man with the plan. Again, Big Ray here to stay to talk some wrestling today, and I am joined by my co-host, Billy Ray Valentine. You can follow him on Twitter at Billy Ray Hustle, and we are joined by not only the legendary, the iconic Bill Apter. Follow him on Twitter at Apter1Wrestling, but we are joined by the beautiful, the talented, the intelligent, one of the writers for OneWrestling.com, Lisa Williams. You can follow her on Twitter at Lisa Sahira, if I'm correct.
Yes, and you need to add that current WWE champion.
Now, how did she get that?
As the cameras stopped rolling on the pay-per-view,
Okay.
she you can show them the belt here. Come on. She ran in and cashed in her Money in the Bank situation there and pinned Seth Rollins. So we'll discuss that on another installment here.
All right.
Welcome, Lisa. Glad to have you here
so
on
much.
One Wrestling.
Now, Bill Apter.
Yes.
Before we started recording, you said that you wanted to introduce the crowd here, or the fans here at OneWrestling.com, to something you call the Mania Meter. Now, what is that?
Exactly. I started that off at back as editor of WoW magazine many years ago.
Okay.
What I'd like to do with all of us here is the meter 1 to 5 of the WrestleMania matches, and 5 being the best, of course, and how we would rank and rate each match.
Oh, okay, excellent. So basically 1 to 5.
Yeah.
All right. So
Can I just say that?
Yeah, I think you did. I'm just reiterating, Bill Apter. I'm just making sure that everybody out there knows. Anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move on really quickly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with the pre-show. We had a fatal 4-way match for the WWE World Tag Team Champions. Of course, the tag team of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd defending against Los Matadores, against the New Day. And Billy Ray Valentine, who's that 4th tag team, my friend?
Which one? You tell me, man. There were 4 of them. I really enjoy Cesaro and Kidd, if that's the one you were talking about.
Well, don't forget the Usos out there, man. They're
no,
former tag
what are you talking about, the Usos, man? Wasn't that guy hurt? Didn't he? I mean, was he?
There was Jay, yeah.
Yeah, I think Jay was hurt. But now, Billy Ray Valentine, let me ask you a question. Now, we do have the tag team champions retaining in an extremely entertaining match, full of athleticism, great finishing moves, so on and so forth. A lot of craziness at the end before the finish. Billy Ray Valentine, what was your opinion on this match, my friend?
Man, I really dug the match, man. For a kickoff match, it was excellent. I enjoyed the fact that Cesaro and Tyson Kidd retained the tag team titles. I really enjoy this tag team. I'm very happy they put these 2 guys together because athletically they're awesome. And, they weren't doing anything before they put them together. And now they have a prominent role in the WWE, and they're elevating those tag belts to a certain level. The match itself was excellent. A lot of athleticism in the match, a lot of great spots. And they came away with the victory, so I dug it, and I give it a 3.5 in the WrestleMania meter.
All right, now, very cool. 3.5. Now, Bill Apter, I'm going to save the best for last. I'm going to save Lisa for last. So, Bill Apter, now, what is your opinion on this match, and what do you feel about Tyson Kidd and Cesaro becoming one of the most prominent tag team champions that we've had in quite some time? Not taking anything away, of course, from the Usos, but I think that the power and precision of this tag team is going to help elevate the tag team division to kind of a height that we haven't seen in a long time in pro wrestling. Go ahead, Bill.
Absolutely. They're an incredibly well-oiled tag team machine. And as I predicted here on OneWrestling.com and on WWE.com, they would retain the title. I'm glad there were no shenanigans between Tyson Kidd and Natalya, because I think that would have interfered in the match. So I give this match a 4.5, and it set the pace for the rest of the evening, because don't you hate when the opening match on a kickoff show or the pay-per-view is a sleeper?
Absolutely.
This one really got the crowd going, the juices flowing. So yeah, they're just terrific as a tag team. One of the best tag teams I've seen in recent years.
Now, Lisa, what's your opinion, my dear?
It was probably the best Fatal Four tag team I've seen. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd obviously work so well as a team, and as I predicted, they retained the titles. And I really enjoy the match, and I give it a 4.
All right, excellent. Well, I'm gonna actually, I'll be along the lines of Billy Ray Valentine. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 star because off air, Billy Ray Valentine did state that there were a lot of matches down the line that we're gonna talk about later during this review that may have elevated this pay-per-view to another level. So I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. I thought this match was great. I thought the finish was fun. It was an excellent match. Great way, Bill Apter. Great way, Lisa. Great way, Billy Ray Valentine, to start off this pay-per-view. And we're gonna jump over and next to the WWE Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that was won by, well, not Andre the Giant. It was won by the Big Show. The Big Show. My God,
I haven't seen one of those in a long, long time.
that is an official LJN Andre the Giant doll, WWF Wrestling Superstar doll. I actually have one of those, Bill.
It is.
Now,
It is. I knew Andre really well, and I'm sure Andre would be thrilled that the WWE is immortalizing him and keeping his memory alive with this tag team, with this battle royal, rather.
Now, speaking of Andre, my Can-Am wrestling brother from the north, Andre Corbeil, we kind of actually picked Damien Mizdow to win this battle royal, and I got to be honest with you, and I'm going to jump really quickly, Lisa. I mean, my heart was broken to see that Damien Mizdow didn't actually pull this off, but he was in the Final Four. We had the Big Show, Damien Mizdow, The Miz, and Feed Me More, Stupid Ryback. It was pretty awesome. So,
Wait, what are you calling him stupid for?
no, that's what he says. Stupid, stupid.
I know.
Yeah, come on. I mean, listen.
We're editorializing and calling him stupid.
This was don't you put that in his mind, because if this guy finds me anyway, New York, I don't want to deal with that. But now we're gonna start around, and Lisa, we're gonna start with you, ladies first. What was your opinion on this battle royal, and who did you pick to actually win this match?
Well, the best part of the Battle Royal when Damien Mizdow stood up to the Miz and just threw him out of the ring. That was pretty good. I really enjoyed that moment. And my pick was actually I predicted that Sheamus was going to return and be the winner of the Battle Royal, but obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Battle Royal. I give it a 3.
Okay. All right, Bill.
So I predicted that the winner of this, that his career would take a giant step forward. I had a feeling, and my prediction on WWE.com said that I thought that Damien Mizdow and Miz would probably get into an argument if they were toward the end, and Mizdow would finally crack and give the Miz what he deserved. And Damien Mizdow against Big Show toward the end was so dramatic in that match that I was sitting there on the edge of my seat thinking that my prediction of Mizdow would come true, but Big Show was able to finally eliminate him. But it now sparks that feud between the Miz and Mizdow, and the fans getting behind Mizdow. They love him. And can you elevate Big Show's career anymore? Probably not, but he is the guy, since he's considered the giant in WWE for this year at least, to hold that title. I wanted to see Cesaro win it 2 years in a row because he got close. He was in there for a long time.
That he was. Billy Ray Valentine, your opinion on this battle royale?
I have some thoughts on this, right? I thought Damien Mizdow was going to win. I thought that was the logical choice. Now, before I get into a critique of this match, I do want to say that Big Show and Mizdow put on a great show at the end. Because I was sitting at the edge of my seat trying to see who was going to win this. I never expected the Big Show to win this. And I think the WWE would benefit from using this match as a springboard for younger talent, for newer talent that can actually benefit from winning this match. I don't know how the Big Show benefits from this, since he is the Big Show.
So I have a point to make here, is that Hideo Itami from NXT was actually, because he won that at Access, at the NXT show there. A lot of people put their money and their hopes on this young guy winning that. Were you surprised when he was thrown out so early?
Well, Kenta's one of my favorites, Hideo Itami. I've been following Kenta for a long, long time over at Nowhere. No, I wasn't surprised. I actually did not want him in the match because of this reason, because I thought they would eliminate him. I didn't think they would give him an actual shot at winning the match. I think anybody from NXT, if inserted into this match, should have won. I think it would have been a better look for them. But they went with the Big Show for whatever reason, and hopefully they're privy. I mean, they write the story, so maybe they know something that I don't. At least I hope they do.
Well, my opinion on the Big Show winning, we're going to move on from this, is I think, originally, Big Show didn't win the Battle Royal. At that point in juncture last year, Cesaro was super hot. So what they did was, number one, the Big Show deserves it, because the Big Show has had one hell of a career. That's number one. Number two, the Big Show is the closest to Andre the Giant that we've come in years. So I think it would have been a shame if the Big Show didn't go over in one of these Battle Royals before his career would end. Now, I don't know how many years are left in the Big Show's legs, but I think it's about time the Big Show won one of these big Battle Royals. And you know what? This may be some sort of a last hurrah for the Big Show. So, you know what? Maybe they could have had Damien Mizdow, but you know what? Let's look at this way, guys. Damien Mizdow left over there. You know how, like an American Idol, sometimes the winner doesn't go on to be the superstar. It's the person who came in second place. And I have a good feeling that Damien Mizdow will be the next rising star. But we're going to move on, guys. We have a whole lot of WrestleMania.
By the way, I give that match a 3.
Alrighty, and what do you give it, Lou?
I give it the same thing. I give it a 3. I agree with Bill.
All right, and I'll give it a 3.5 just to be different. And Lisa, would you give it?
I gave it 3.
She gave it a game. I just wanted to reiterate for the fans out there.
That's where I got it from.
All right, very cool. Copycat. All right, so now we're going to move on to the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. It was a ladder match. We had Daniel Bryan, Wade Barrett, the champion, Dean Ambrose, R-Truth, Luke Harper, and Stardust. Looking for the Cosmic Key, obviously. Now, am I missing anybody? No, I'm not. All right, so now, let me ask you something, Bill.
R-Truth.
Oh, I think I said R-Truth, but listen.
Okay.
I think I did, but it's fine. R-Truth was amazing in this match, but
Yes, he was.
this was, as they say in the wrestling business, a spot fest, Bill Apter. I mean, this was a great match. These guys put their bodies on the line. We had guys like Dean Ambrose getting thrown, power-bombed onto a ladder.
Yeah, on the floor, through a ladder. I mean, that was an amazing, insane moment.
What about Dolph Ziggler, Lisa? Dolph Ziggler, with his ability to scoot up that ladder in like the lightning speed, stopping Daniel Bryan multiple times from grabbing that title. What do you think of the performance of the competitors here in this match?
I knew that Ziggler and Daniel Bryan were going to bump heads in the match.
You mean literally?
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those two had this like war of ego going. So I just had a feeling that they were going to go after the title, the belt, and they were going to stop each other. But I've never seen that many headbutts in one match.
And they were headbutting each other.
Yeah,
right.
It was amazing.
It was amazing, and oh my gosh, and I've never seen, and this is probably the most ladders I've seen in a ladder match.
Oh yeah,
a lot of ladders.
I must have lost count.
So it was bad news for the champion, and I picked him to win. I give this match a 4.
All right, and Lisa, what do you give this match?
I give this match a 4.5.
A 4.5. Now, Billy Ray Valentine. I actually picked Daniel Bryan to go over, which he did. Daniel Bryan ended up winning the Intercontinental Championship, which I believe is going to be an elevation of that title, putting it on someone so extremely prominent, so talented, someone so loved by the fans out there in the WWE Universe. Yes. Billy Ray Valentine. I'm going to ask you first, what did you rank this match? What did you give this match on the Mania Media? And tell me about some of the high spots really quickly. We're going to run through this quickly. Like that huge superplex off the ladder for, Wade Barrett did on Stardust, dude. Talk about that.
This match was fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed when Wade Barrett was laying everybody out. with the bull hammer. That was very, very cool. And I also like the fact that Daniel Bryan went over here. I did not pick him to win. I didn't believe the WWE was going to go that route, and they did, so good for them. Also, we got a little bit of Japanese strong style on top of the ladder with Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan headbutting each other. That was crazy. When they just kept going in, it just reminded me of Japan. And, Daniel Bryan goes over. I'm optimistic. There was another segment with Daniel Bryan and I think after the match, Roddy Piper came up to him and
a lot of the Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, and they were all telling him how great it was, and adding extra prestige to the lineage of that belt, trying to elevate it.
Right. And Pat Patterson, of course, was the
absolutely.
first Intercontinental champion.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. So now, listen,
the title.
Billy Ray. So what did you give this? What did you give this match, buddy?
I'm going to give it a 4.
All right, I'm also going to give it a 4. I thought this match was excellent. And it's one of those matches where I actually sat down. I was watching with my brother John, and you're doing this. Because especially when Dean Ambrose not only went through the ladder, but snapped the ladder in half, almost snapping his neck on the back of that ladder. I thought it was an excellent match. These guys really went, let's just say, all out, and I loved this match. I thought this match was excellent, and I was very happy to see Daniel Bryan leaving with that Intercontinental title. Now let's move on to a match that I thought the work rate in this match was excellent. This is Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. This was actually, it wasn't a super long match, but it was actually one of my favorite matches of the evening. Now, Billy Ray Valentine, I'm going to start off with you. Now, J&J Security continued to get involved during the whole match. Was there ever a time during this match that you thought that Seth Rollins would win with the help of J&J Security, and what did you think of this match?
It was an excellent match. I thought Seth Rollins was going to win the match, period. I picked him to win. So I was really shocked with that super RKO after the curb stomp that he caught him off. That was amazing. It was an amazing spot. And you could see the setup for what was going to happen later with this. I didn't think Randy Orton was going to win, but either way, these two guys are thoroughbreds, some of the best workers in the business today, bar none. Seth Rollins, former Tyler Black, is one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen, period. So it was excellent.
Now, Bill Apter.
Yes.
This is literally one of the most exciting finishes to a match that I've seen in a long time. I mean, that finisher was something out of WWE 2K15. I mean, so what was your opinion on this match, my friend?
Well, I looked at it that way as well, but I also looked at it is that it's another chapter, another step in the career of Randy Orton, because he has had so many different facets of a career in the WWE that somebody as young as he has gone through everything in the business. And here we thought, he's been away for a while and all that, and he can't achieve that same level of performance that he was able to years ago. And yet tonight we saw that not only could he achieve it, but he was at the top of his game once again.
So, Lisa, I'm going to jump over to you, and I'm going to first ask you really quickly, what did you rank this match? And my second question to you is, Randy Orton, do you see him in the title picture down the line this year?
I ranked this match a 4.
I do too. We didn't get to my ranking, so I'll give a 4.
I was gonna go back around the other way, but go ahead, that's fine.
Because Randy, as of late, Randy Orton, has been known to, delivering RKO out of nowhere, and that was the best RKO out of nowhere, I've seen tonight. So, I was very impressed with Randy's performance, and but even though I didn't pick him as the winner, because I thought the whole Authority was going to get involved, like Big Show, Kane, even Triple H, just to get back at Randy Orton, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he won.
It didn't happen. So you guys both give it a 4. Now, Billy Ray Valentine, what'd you give this match, my friend?
I give it a 4 as well. The finisher was crazy.
Yeah.
So that by itself did it for me.
Well, I got to be honest with you. This was as close to, for me, this was as close to a 5 as I'm going to get for now. Because there's one match that I gave a 5 to.
Other than the interference by J&J, this was an old school good guy, bad guy wrestling match.
I'm going to tell you something. if the people out there watching this don't understand how unbelievable that finish was and the intricacy it took for Randy Orton and the ability for him not to receive the curb stomp, using Seth Rollins' momentum as he jumped up in the air to hoist Seth Rollins up in the air with his neck, with his freaking neck, catching him and dropping him and hitting him with that RKO and going over. I thought it was just amazing. So I'm going to give that match a 4.5. And now we're going to move on to a match that I was really looking forward to. And I was shocked at the finish, but I'm not going to jump into the finish right now. And Billy Ray Valentine, let's be very nice here, my friend. I'm going to ask you, we had the icon, the vigilante Sting, and he actually loses to Triple H, but not before an unbelievable myriad of shenanigans. I mean, Billy Ray, we had Degeneration X, we had Shawn Michaels, we had the NWO. Billy Ray, what did you think of this match and everything surrounding this match?
Well, the match was excellent, and I just want to say that Sting looked amazing. I was very happy to see Sting without a shirt on, moving around like he's in his 30s, 20s, I could say, man. The guy looked great.
He did.
He looked great, and we brought the NWO out along with DX. You know, it looks better. It was better than the Invasion angle that they did years ago. This little match was better than that entire thing. I was not happy with the finish.
All right, so Bill Apter, I'm going to ask you, what did you think of this match? What did you think of the interference by HBK coming out of nowhere? Just like Randy Orton's RKOs, they come out of nowhere. But HBK comes out of nowhere to basically shift the momentum of this match. Bill Apter, your opinion?
Well, you said something at the very beginning here. You said that Sting lost the match. Technically, he lost the match. In my eyes, he didn't lose the match because he showed tonight that he still got it. He was over tonight like $1 zillion, and even in the loss column, he still kept his fans, probably gained new fans and new respect from everyone. In terms of the run-ins, I was surprised, by the way, at the finish with the NWO and DX, but the biggest surprise was Shawn Michaels coming out and super kicking Sting in the face and causing him to lose. Controversial. I didn't want to see Sting lose, but I don't think this situation is over.
Well, now, Lisa, I'm going to ask you a question. Now, technically, Sting lost, but Triple H did have to use the sledgehammer. What is your opinion on Triple H's victory over Sting? And like Bill Apter said, do you think Sting really came out the winner in this match in the long run?
I would have to agree with Bill Apter.
Thank you.
Even though he lost the match, he did come out as the winner. I mean, that's the first thought I had. He still got it. So he's in great shape. And for a minute there, I thought that Sting was going to win the match.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. So I thought the match was awesome. I still thought the match was awesome, especially when you got DX and NWO coming out. And for a minute there, I thought that the NWO was going to attack Sting.
So did I. So did I. I gotta be honest with you guys, and I'm gonna give you my Mania meter ranking before I go around the table really quickly. I'm going to give this match, don't be shocked, I'm going to give this match a 5. And the reason why I give this match a 5 is not only because of the in-ring work and the fact that you had two of the guys that have been there since the beginning of the Attitude Era, let's just say, but both guys were amazing in the ring. They told the story with every single move. I mean, it was excellent. The nostalgia factor. That match was the epitome of WrestleMania. It is what professional wrestling is all about. It's bringing back a little bit of the past, bringing a little bit of the present, mixing it up, and having something crazy and great to remember for years to come. That was definitely a WrestleMania moment. That match, I'm not saying the match itself, but the entirety of the match, for me, was a 5. Billy Ray, your ranking, Bill, and then Lisa.
Well, I give this match a 3. Not because it wasn't great, because the match was, I give it a 3. Because the match was good. I mean, everything surrounding the match was amazing. but I would have booked this very differently.
Okay.
To end it, and the ending kind of soured it for me. So it knocks it down a couple of pegs, 2 or 3 for me. I think it should have been booked differently, especially if the reports are true, which I don't know if they are, but it says that this may be Sting's last match. I don't know.
Well, you know what? Listen, Bill Apter, it's been going around the internet. I mean, I don't know if you have any information regarding that. I don't think it's Sting's last match.
I hope not.
If it's on the internet, it's got to be true, right? Jerry Lawler is not going to be hosting the Hall of Fame. It's going to be Eva Marie. So, of course, we know everything on the internet is true. First of all, I want to mention one guy here that was in the other corner from Sting. Triple H was in incredible condition for this match. We haven't seen him compete in quite a while. So for a guy who works out all the time and, of course, spars and trains at the Performance Center and is in the office all day at WWE, and he was phenomenal. It takes 2 to tango. And these 2 guys together were absolutely incredible. I go with you, Big Ray, and it's a 5.
All right, and Lisa?
I have to go with you 2. It's a 5 to me.
All right, so all in all, Billy Ray is the only person that absolutely hated this match. No, I'm just kidding. Didn't hate this match, but I understand what you mean, Billy Ray, because honestly, I want Sting to win. And I think as a booker, which I'm not a booker, I just report here for OneWrestling.com, I would have liked to see Sting go over and maybe perhaps see where the story would go or move forward from there. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes, nice guys do finish last, and Triple H actually showed a little of the nice guy at the end, shaking the hand of Sting. So
well, it's not over, Big Ray, because
I don't think it's over.
From what I understand from my inside sources, Sting is scheduled, and I don't know if he'll be there, to be at Monday Night Raw. So I think that I don't think this was Sting's swan song.
No,
yet.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
And you heard it here first. So now we're going to jump into this match, which, I thought it was a pretty decent match. We have the Bella Twins versus Paige and AJ Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, AJ Lee actually slaps on that Black Widow on Nikki and makes her tap out. Now, I'm going to start off with Lisa since we're talking about the Divas. And Lisa is one of the Divas here at OneWrestling.com. Lisa, what was your opinion of this match? And where do you see now you have AJ Lee? I thought, just really quickly, and I'm gonna pick your brain here. I thought that Nikki and her sister would maybe have a little issue, and maybe they would break up finally. I mean, did you think about that during this match?
No, I thought the opposite. I thought that AJ and Paige were going to,
Me too.
Not be on the same page.
They were going to implode. Yeah.
I thought that one was going to backstab the other. But I guess I was wrong, and I thought that the tag Divas match was impressive, but I wanted to see more involvement from all competitors, because I didn't want to see AJ out in the ringside in the beginning of the match, but she was real good in that match at the end. But I will have to give this a 3.5.
Okay, Bill.
My only negative about this match was that with all the talk that's been going on about the Divas, the women wrestlers not getting enough time, they were given time here and they were really good. All 4 of them were really good. They had some great spots in there and everything. But did you notice that the crowd wasn't as engaged in this match as they were with most of the other matches? Did anybody else notice that, or was it just me?
Well, I'm going to ask Billy Ray, and Billy Ray, my opinion of this, and I agree with Bill Apter, the fans were engaged, and I think the fans at this point in juncture may be a little tired of seeing these 4 divas going at it. I mean, it's happened. We've been there, done that. I mean, we've seen the combination of these matches over and over again. I mean, Billy Ray, do you think it's maybe time to have the NXT champion Charlotte Flair maybe come up and challenge one of these divas?
Yeah, sure. Why not, man? Maybe we expect it tomorrow night. At this point, on the Raw after WrestleMania, always somebody debuts. So maybe we'll get Charlotte. Who knows? Doubt it, but maybe. I didn't think the match was that bad. You know, I really did.
Crowd reaction was bad.
You know, I agree with you there that the crowd reaction was bad, but the match itself wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I was happy that AJ Lee and Paige went over. My son was happy to see that because he always sees them lose. So I was happy. I didn't mind it.
Very cool. So what'd you give this match, my friend?
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 3. Okay, but I don't want that to because I gave the Sting match a 3 as well, and the Sting match was much better. The difference that I gave is the reason why I gave the Sting match a 3 was different than the in-ring action. So
it's a 3 with an asterisk. So, I give this match a 2.5.
Yeah, that's good. That's
it was
good.
Okay.
Bill.
That's
good.
That's so funny, Bill, because I was gonna give this match a 2. I thought that, and the reason is I thought that these young ladies could have taken this opportunity on the biggest stage in professional wrestling and given it. I didn't say that. I'm not saying they didn't give it their all, but I just didn't see that fire in this match. I didn't see. I mean, it was.
I did. I saw the fire, but I just saw the disinterest in a lot of the crowd there. That feeling wasn't there, and it just kind of lowered the enthusiasm for me.
Well, listen. If we move past this match and we jump into the next match, we're talking about crowd reactions. We're talking about fire. We're talking about Rusev Utria, Rusev Machka. We have one of my favorite bad guys in professional wrestling. And I'm not talking about John Cena. I'm talking about Rusev. And, of course, I was so excited to finally see the lovely, beautiful, amazing Lana.
And her new hairdo.
And Rusev coming down in a freaking tank to face John Cena. Now, I'm going to jump straight to Bill Apter. Bill Apter, now, before I ask you a question about this match, what did you think about the amazing, elaborate entrances they had this year at WrestleMania?
Lisa will back me up on this. I told her when we were watching this together that it looked like a movie set. Yeah. It looked like the opening of a movie. It was fantastic. In terms of the match, Rusev, to me, is a guy who could be a challenger for Brock Lesnar. He's a bully. He's a big, old school bad guy. And I'm so impressed with him. And did you notice that the crowd was, no matter how much he said he hates America, most of the crowd, I am assuming, were American. I mean, they came from every country, but they were booing Cena and cheering Rusev. I thought the work, the performances on both ends, from both Rusev and John Cena, were just right. And I hate to say this, but I hated to see Rusev get his first loss. No, not just to John Cena, to anyone, because he's become one of my favorite bad guys.
Well, I'm going to ask you, Lisa, what was your opinion on this match, and how did you feel when you heard the American fans cheering for the quote unquote evil Russian Alexander Rusev?
I guess the fan wanted to see, not that they're fans of Rusev, but they wanted to see Rusev as a bigger enemy. So that's probably why they were cheering for him than, Cena. But I am glad that Cena finally became the first to defeat Rusev.
Okay.
So I give this match a 4.
And Bill, what do you give this match?
I give it a 5 because I thought that
wow. Okay.
I thought both of them put on really, really good performances with each other. I thought it was very believable. I got lost in the action for a while there and found myself going like, wow, again, this seemed like an old school Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff match against a good guy. I loved it.
Well, speaking about that, Billy Ray Valentine, why didn't they have, and I think the professor, our friend the professor, why didn't they have Nikolai Volkov singing the Russian national Salut? Why was he not singing the Russian national anthem? And be honest, Billy Ray Valentine, without being so hard, what did you think of the finish of this match, and what did you give this match?
Man, I actually dug this match. I could do without Nikolai Volkov. I think what they did was excellent. I think what they did was excellent. He came out in the tank. I mean, come on. He came out in the tank.
He can't be the tank.
But no, man, I like the match a lot. I like that Cena pulled off the CKO. That's what I'm naming it from now on. I hope he does it again.
Oh, you're talking about the jumping stunner off the second rope. That's
the Cena KO, the CKO. That's what it looked like to me. Anyway, that was awesome, and Cena won. He should have won. Let's see if they do anything with this U.S. title afterwards. I dug it. I like the match. I'm a Cena fan now.
Now listen, for the people that didn't watch this match, I mean, you had Cena, who basically, Rusev was able to pop out of the STF. You had Cena, who was able to pop out of the Accolade. And when I saw John Cena in that Accolade, and I saw John Cena fading out, you know what I thought about? I thought about Hulk Hogan being in that camel clutch with the Iron Sheik the day that he won the WWF World Heavyweight Championship, and Hulk Hogan powers out and did exactly the same in backing the Iron Sheik into the turnbuckle. I mean, that just kind of brought back that memory. And Lana, we hadn't seen Lana.
Yes, Ray, I have to interrupt you.
What's that?
This is down in Apter's Alley. This is the headband that Hulk Hogan wore the night he defeated the Iron Sheik. He gave it to me.
Nice.
That's true. That's true. I actually smelled it. And it smelled like suntan lotion. When I was down there, that's true. It is what it is. But the fact of the matter is that this match, I agree with you guys, Matt. That it was a really great match. I really got into this. I fell into this match. I didn't think John Cena was going to win. I thought much like when I was a kid watching Rocky 4. I thought there was no way Rocky could beat this big, evil, powerful Russian, but John Cena pulls it out. Now, my final question, I'm going to ask Bill Apter this question.
Getting a gimmick here.
Are we going to see the U.S. Spinner come back?
You know, one of the other guests here tonight was talking about that, hoping that would happen. You know what? In terms of merchandising, it's $1 zillion.
I think that
I think
belt,
it's a great idea. I'd love to see it.
This belt, for people that don't know, this spinner belt is actually the highest selling replica belt in the history of replica belts. I don't know if you guys know that, and the U.S. title wasn't too far behind when it was out there. So anyway, but this match was great, guys. Again, John Cena hitting the AA, going over the U.S. champion, and John Cena hit the AA a couple of times on Rusev, maybe adjusting his attitude permanently. I don't think so. I think Rusev will come back even stronger, meaner, and badder. But now,
maybe on Monday Night Raw.
Now listen, what's
rematch.
that?
Maybe a rematch on Monday Night Raw.
Anything is possible. This is professional wrestling. Now listen, guys, we have Triple H and Stephanie. They came out and they announced the attendance, 76,363, and then out of nowhere, Lisa, out of nowhere. Now I know my beautiful young lady, my girlfriend Jennifer, her favorite wrestler is, if you smell what The Rock is cooking. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, comes out of nowhere. I should have grabbed my microphone. If you smell, I can't do it. No matter what, I can never be The Rock. Oh well. Anyway, so Lisa, what did you think when you saw the People's Champion walk down the People's Aisle, raise the People's Eyebrow, and basically challenge Triple H to a match at WrestleMania?
When The Rock came out, I knew that something bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
To Triple H and Stephanie. And it's, I remember the feuds between The Rock and Triple H. There were awesome feuds, and it can happen again, and I look forward to it. And seeing, what is it, Ronda
Rousey from UFC, yeah.
Now, I'd like to see her go against Stephanie McMahon.
Now, my question to Bill Apter. Now, people have always talked about the WWE, excuse me. Wow, I went old school there.
Bleep.
And the UFC possibly maybe one day working together. I mean, is this the beginning of a beautiful friendship? I mean,
I don't know if it is. I know Ronda Rousey has been a wrestling fan for many, many years. And let me tell you what I liked about this to start with. There are a lot of wrestling fans, especially the younger kids, who don't know who Ronda Rousey is. And I didn't recognize who she was when Rock was outside the ring talking to her, because I don't follow UFC. So when I found out who she was, Stephanie McMahon did a brilliant thing where she said, "Oh, we know who you are. You do this and you do this." So she laid the great groundwork down so people would know what a tough lady this is. So what I am hoping is going to happen is, because it would just be electrifying, like The Rock coming down tonight, would be The Rock and Ronda Rousey against Stephanie McMahon and Triple H at SummerSlam in Brooklyn.
Ooh, that's what I'm calling now. Billy Ray Valentine. Now you and me and the boys at the PW Hustle are going back and forth all night long, and I know for a fact that you were kind of excited to see Ronda Rousey in the ring facing Stephanie McMahon. Now, she threw Triple H with that gorgeous judo throw. I mean, what was your opinion of the entirety of this promo, I guess you would call it? And where do you think, where would you love to see this thing end up? I mean, Bill Apter says maybe SummerSlam. What do you think, Ray?
Well, I was very happy to see Ronda Rousey in the WWE ring. She's a beast, the most dangerous woman on the planet. She will decapitate someone. So it was good to see, she's a big WWE fan. She has the 4 horsewomen. It's a good deal, man. Maybe she can bring all of them in and reinvigorate this Divas division. That would be nice. Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's ultimately going to be a mixed tag, The Rock and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I don't know when, but that's probably what they're setting up here.
Keep in mind now, we have a little crossover going. Big Ray, you were talking about this. Brock Lesnar comes back, turns down UFC, but comes back from UFC to WWE, and now we have the infiltration of the toughest woman on the planet, who is an MMA fighter as well.
My God, I mean, could you imagine if one day we see the mega powers like Hulk Hogan, ooh yeah, dig it, the Macho Man Randy Savage, when their hands united and they formed the mega powers, yeah, dig it. Could you imagine Vince McMahon and Dana White? Maybe?
No, I cannot. I would love to see something like that, but I just think politically, because of the dollars and a lot of other things, politics involved, I'd love to see that, but
all I will say is, when it comes to Vince McMahon, I never say never with him, my friend.
I generally don't either, but the partnership would have to be more profitable, I think, to the WWE than the other organization.
Okay, I respect that, but you know what? It's going to be a heck of a lot of good talking around the water cooler, as they say. So,
anytime the segment was a 10.
Oh, the segment. You know what? Yeah, guys. I mean, I give this segment. I give this segment a 5. I mean, easy. I mean, what do you give this segment, Lisa, and then Billy Ray?
I give it a 5.
Billy Ray?
Yeah, the segment was awesome. As a segment, you got to give it a 5.
Oh, absolutely. So now,
Stephanie was such a bee as itch. And
she. You know what? She is not only beautiful, but she is one of the best heels in professional wrestling.
I agree.
History.
I agree.
I'm not just talking about. She has developed such an amazing ability to make you want to punch her in the neck. I mean, it's fantastic. I love Stephanie McMahon. I'm going to tell you a secret. You know, Stephanie McMahon, she was kind of my WWE crush when I was a teenager. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't want Triple H to know that. I mean, I say that respectfully, and also I have a beautiful young lady that probably punch me in the neck if she heard me say that. But anyway, we're going to move on. So now we're going into a match that I've been looking forward to for a long time. We have the new face of evil, Mr. Follow the Buzzards. We have Bray Wyatt against the Undertaker. So we have the Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. I'm going to jump right on to Mr. Bill Apter. Bill Apter, the Undertaker is now 22-1. Defeating Bray Wyatt in one hell of a match. I guess that term actually works perfect for the Undertaker.
It is very apropos. There were reports around that Bray Wyatt was coming into the match injured, that he'd sprained an ankle or something. I saw I didn't see that at all. I thought the ring work by both of them was really, really good. The fact that Undertaker's tombstone was not the finish several times tonight, even though it became the finish. The fact that Undertaker kicked out of Sister Abigail. It was another match that kept me on the edge of my seat. Undertaker put in the best performance he could put in against a much younger opponent. Their facial expressions were incredible. I give the match a 5 because the suspense of what was going to happen at the end of this match just was unbelievable. You just didn't know how it was going to finish.
All right, Lisa, I'm going to jump to you then, and then Billy Ray, because I have an interesting question for you, Billy Ray. Lisa, I mean, I see you agreeing with Bill Apter and giving this match a 5, so why don't you tell us why?
Well, I want to start with, before I talk about the match, I want to start with the entrance, okay? I think that Bray Wyatt had the best ring entrance at WrestleMania. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
It was simple but creepy, okay? Maybe not high tech as
Good word.
as Triple H. I mean, that was cool and all, but it was really eerie when he just like touched the scarecrow and started moving like zombies. So I thought that was the best entrance. And you know, getting back to the match, then you see, you know, Tombstone that Bray Wyatt kicked out, and you know,
It's amazing.
Sister Abigail that Undertaker kicked out, and then there was like they had a little stare, you know.
That was that moment where Undertaker was like,
Yeah.
you thought he was done. You thought he was finished.
Yeah.
There, and then he got up and he starts that punching with Wyatt. Yeah.
So I mean that made me think that okay, this match could go either way now, because at first I picked Undertaker as the winner, and I'm thinking maybe Bray Wyatt's gonna win this match. So I give it a 5.
Yeah, it was a surprise finish.
Well, I give the match a 4, and I give it because of the story that was told during this match. I give it because the Undertaker looked to be in great physical condition. Now, Billy Ray, now we have what looked like the American Badass Undertaker from remember when he used to ride that motorcycle to the ring back in the early 2000s. My question to you is, now that Bray Wyatt lost this match to the Undertaker, does it take any momentum away from Bray Wyatt going forward this year in the WWE, or do you think he comes back with a more evil demeanor?
Nah, I don't think it takes any momentum away from Bray Wyatt.
I agree.
He had a very good showing. He really impressed me tonight in the ring with the Undertaker. I originally had the Undertaker to win the match, then I got swayed in a different direction, Big Ray, and then I went back to the Undertaker. I was flip-flopping all over, but yeah, man. So it wasn't shocking to see him win after a while. It was just, he popped out of the tombstone, and that was crazy. That was a crazy moment. Bray Wyatt has a very bright future ahead of him. He can inherit the Undertaker. He can be the new Undertaker of the WWE, man. I don't think this hurt him at all.
Great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea to carry on the legacy of the Undertaker.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts him at all. And let's see where he picks up tomorrow. Let's see what they got in store for him. But I think it's gonna be good. I'm not at all. I don't feel bad about his chances of moving on from this at all.
Well, you know, I actually thought the Undertaker would go down, and as Paul Bearer would say, "Oh yes, rest in peace." But he didn't. He actually again, with an amazing showing, the Undertaker looked to be in great physical condition. Again, I give this match a 4. Billy Ray, would you give this match?
Give it a 3.5.
Give it a 3.5. Okay, very good, very good. So now, the main event of the evening, scheduled for one fall, we have the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Beast, the defending WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, accompanied by Bill Apter's great friend, that would be Bill Apter, Bill Apter's great friend Paul Heyman, I'm sorry, and versus the Samoan, I guess you could call him the next great Samoan superstar in Roman Reigns. And I got to tell you guys something. Holy crap. Now, not only holy crap because of the finish. And not only holy crap because of the surprise, but holy crap, this match
What a match.
was freaking awesome. So I'm going to actually start off with you, Lisa.
Okay.
Lisa, give me your overall thoughts on Roman Reigns being pummeled, being beaten in this match, and all he did was laugh. He was laughing at Brock Lesnar.
I think that he let, I mean, yeah, he was getting hurt and all, but I think he just allowed Lesnar to beat the crap out of him. Just so, you know, I guess, I think, I look at it as a tactic, you know, if Lesnar beats up Roman Reigns, then he will eventually get tired, and then Roman Reigns will, okay, recover and fight back and hope and just beat Lesnar. So I think that was a tactic on Roman Reigns' part, and it was part of his, I wouldn't say mind games, but trying to get into the head of Lesnar, because they trying to get in his head prior to this match, prior to WrestleMania, trying to, you know, make him believe that, oh, he can't beat Brock Lesnar, and, you know, but I guess he was trying, the laugh was just trying to prove, yes, he can.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now I'm going to ask you, Mr. Apter.
Yes.
What ran through your mind? Now, my father used to use a term when I was a kid, and I didn't know what he was talking about. But I remember one time he had told me that somebody had potatoed him during a match in a ring. And you know, I remember as a young kid, I was very, very young, and I said, what does that mean? And basically, you know, these guys were beating the hell out of each other, basically, physically in the ring. Now, people, you know, will say, you know, people that don't really watch wrestling, oh, wrestling's fake. These guys literally beat the hell out of each other. What do you think, Bill Apter, about the physicality of this match and the story that was told, and how Brock Lesnar, for one fleeting moment, looked to be human? Bill Apter.
I think the physicality was incredible, because it looked like the match was what they call a shoot. I mean, it looked like Roman Reigns really ticked Brock Lesnar off.
I thought that.
Lesnar was trying to teach him a lesson. But something Lisa just brought up, which made me think of something. I was down in ages ago, I photographed a fight between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. And Muhammad Ali laid on the ropes for almost the whole fight with this thing called rope-a-dope, and he let George Foreman pound him for like 10 or 11 rounds, and Foreman and Ali just kind of smiled and covered up, and Foreman just kept using all his strength there to try and beat Ali, and finally he wore himself out. And I agree with Lisa. I think that's what Roman Reigns was trying to prove to Brock Lesnar, that he wasn't hurting him by having that crazy smile on his face. And the other thing, that he was hoping that Lesnar would either make a mistake or wear himself out. It was an amazing physical match, and the finish of the match, I have to say, in all my years of watching pro wrestling, sports entertainment, I've never seen a finish like this anywhere. It was very creative.
Well, I'm going to actually direct that question to Billy Ray Valentine. Well, not the question, but I'm going to ask you for your statement on this match and your opinion. Billy Ray Valentine. Now, I don't think, I mean, people may have predicted that at the end of the match, maybe Seth Rollins would come out and cash the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
But who in their right mind would think that during the match, Seth Rollins would come in after Brock Lesnar is bloodied, after Roman Reigns is pummeled, and make this a triple threat match? Billy Ray Valentine, what was your opinion on this?
I have never seen it before, and I don't think anybody called this. Nobody could have called this.
No.
Nobody could have called it. It was crazy what happened. I was even trying to rationalize it in my head. I'm like, is this legal? Like, how does this happen? But can I get my thoughts on the match real quick?
Please.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it was just amazing. Brock Lesnar is worth every penny they paid him, and I'm glad they're bringing him back. The man is a monster. It's incredible. Okay, I thought this match was going to be bad. It was nothing close to bad. It was incredible. Roman Reigns, who I've been extremely critical of, stepped up. I think
was a
personally.
punching bag. He was a punching bag.
No, but not only was he a punching bag, he was a believable punching bag. I believed it. Okay, I was like, man, and when he launched his comeback, it was believable. I was like, this guy might win this match. But I thought he was. And he had Brock Lesnar bloodied up. Okay, it was a great physical match. It exceeded my expectations so much.
I thought he had to pin the champion, though, even though it was a three-way.
No.
I thought he still had I was confused for the moment, but now they get Brock Lesnar out of the championship without being pinned, so he's still undefeated.
Right now, Billy Ray.
No, it's a good point. I thought the champion should have been pinned, but they said it was a triple threat match, and in a triple threat match, the champion doesn't have to factor into the decision.
Right.
So that's why Seth Rollins went over here, and I dug that too. Seth Rollins, okay, Tyler Black from ROH, what a long way he has come to be on top of the professional wrestling mountain. Okay, it was classic for me. I'm very happy for Seth Rollins. I'm happy for Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns did a great job in this match. I don't care what anyone says. He did a great job. And Brock Lesnar proved that he's worth every penny that they pay him. He is something else altogether.
Now you had Roman Reigns survive 3 F5s. You had Brock Lesnar, who received, if I'm correct, who received 3 Superman punches before I thought he was going to go. After the 3rd Superman punch and the spear, I thought it was over. When Seth Rollins was being held up in the F5, because Seth Rollins actually attempted to attack, or I think he was going for a curb stomp, and he was caught in midair by Brock Lesnar, which is amazing in itself. And he actually was about to hit the F5 before Roman Reigns hits the spear. I mean, everything was done well. These guys, like Billy Ray Valentine, it was not only believable, but I lost myself in this match. I wish I can give this match a 20. This match for me was another sign of the what the WWE can potentially put on a weekly basis. That's how good the talent is in this was in this match. Brock Lesnar is the Beast incarnate, but now the Beast has to move over for a new brand of champion. The champion that we're talking about is conniving, is evil, is down with the authority. We're talking about Seth Rollins sneaking in, hitting the curb stop.
I think this is going to open up a great brand new feud where Lesnar and Paul Heyman are going to be, the fans are going to sympathize with them, and we're going to see a feud between the authority camp and right now it's only one person, the Paul Heyman camp.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it be interesting if, we did have the beautiful Medusa, or I'm sorry, Alundra Blaze, going to Hall of Fame last night, depending on when you're watching this video, and say that she was the first Paul Heyman girl. Maybe Ronda Rousey will be the next Paul Heyman girl. Maybe a new faction, maybe a new dangerous alliance to be built in the WWE. That would be not only a possibility, but that would be amazing. Bill Apter, what did you give this match before we sign off here at OneWrestling.com?
Absolute 5. I gave the whole show on the Mania meter. The whole show was a 5. Really? I thought it was an incredible WrestleMania. Okay.
Lisa?
I give the match a 5, and the best WrestleMania I've seen.
Really? Okay. That's a very strong statement, but I'm going to give this WrestleMania a 4. I thought there was, like I said, with the Divas match, with certain other matches, maybe the Battle Royal wasn't super great, but all in all, this was not a good WrestleMania. I don't think it was an average WrestleMania. I thought it was a great WrestleMania. Legendary, I don't know. I don't know if it measures up for me with the WrestleMania 3s or the WrestleMania 18s.
Different era.
Or the WrestleMania, right? Different era, or the WrestleMania 4s even. But recently, I will tell you this, Lisa. I would say, maybe in the last 10 years, probably the best WrestleMania I've seen in a decade. And I'm being genuine with that. And Billy Ray, you?
I give it a 4 overall. It was a good WrestleMania. I enjoyed it very much. to put me on a spot like that and let me pick from the last 10 years, I don't know if it was or wasn't, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. It's really high peaks and it's in some lows, but overall I dug it a lot, man.
All right.
Especially the finish.
Highs and lows, I
Oh,
thought.
absolutely, absolutely. All in all, it was an amazing night of professional wrestling. And again, depending on when you're watching this video, it's always interesting to see what the fallout will be. Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, I say this every single week. I would do this for a living, but if I can, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow us here at One Wrestling. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Follow Billy Ray Valentine at Billy Ray Hustle. Follow Bill Apter at Apter One Wrestling. And of course, Lisa, I'm going to try to remember your Twitter handle. Your Twitter handle is Lisa Sahira. Follow Lisa Williams at Lisa Sahira. Don't forget to follow Andre Kubiel, Andre_Kubiel. And of course, we have the big show, or I'm sorry, you got the show, Bill Scott, who does our NXT reviews. You know what? I sometimes I say in the words of Bill Apter, but since we have Bill Apter here, Bill.
By the way, before we sign off, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
This is because I know your father was a wrestler, and I really need to know the answer to this.
I don't know El Diablo.
No.
I don't know him either.
I've got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Is wrestling fixed?
I didn't know it was broken.
Thank you. My book comes out in October. Is wrestling fixed? I didn't know it was broken. So hopefully everybody out there will get it. And I know what you wanted. Can we all take our finger and point to the camera? Lisa, we'll see you, everybody together,
At the matches.